what are the qualities in an ideal partner? Like for me.
He should be rich, but he should be a nice human being. उसके लिए मैं थोड़ा पैसों में भी कॉम्प्रोमाइज कर लूँगी.
You have the knack of picking like very random people.
Yeah, I don't have a type.
Looking at your past choices, you really should. Love, according to me, is you should not be walking on eggshells around your partner.
The uncertainty of love, I think, scares me a lot.
You know what I'm manifesting for you? The kind of love that will make you glow from inside, that will make you so happy. This is the, I think, longest we've sat next to each other.
No, we do sit with each other. सवाल वो वाले पूछते हैं कि ऑल्टर वाले मास्टर जी ने 2 इंच कम करना था 3 कर दिया है.
ये मैंने कल देखी. I had not seen it before. Why am I feeling such FOMO?
Because you were always a lalchi child. Makes
Hasn't
sense.
gone yet. This is my favorite picture.
This and this one.
अच्छा, that's your favorite, ना? ये तो मेरी favorite.
मेरी भी है.
Come sit. Hello, I am Rukhsar's daughter.
I am Aisha's mother, Rukhsar.
And you are watching us on Be a Parent, yaar.
Season 2.
Okay, so are you ready to lose?
I've lost a lot in life, so I'm actually not scared. Who is more likely to spend hours on Instagram?
Hans, I'm not even going to write. Screen time is probably like 20 hours at this point. I'll not even be surprised. So let's skip it.
ये किसने लिखा था?
You're really enjoying it too.
Yeah.
Who's more likely to take longer to get ready? You know the answer. Why are you even looking? 3, 2, 1. Ma?
Aisha?
Ma, you know you take longer.
Of course, अच्छा ठीक है. Yeah,
अभी आते वक्त also.
Yeah, a woman has to take.
हाँ, no one's saying. I'm just saying you know it. तो आपको अपना नाम लिखना चाहिए था. Okay, you pick.
Yeah. What's Aisha's favorite childhood movie? अरे मैं खुद ही मूवी का नाम भूल गई. 1 सेकंड.
Give me hint, I'll tell you.
अरे भाई क्यों?
ताकि I know ना, मुझे तो पता ही नहीं. I had a childhood favorite movie.
अब इसमें पता चल जाएगा ना. Oh God, I'm such a good parent.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. What did you write? कुछ होता है. Oh yeah, I wanted that haircut. I forgot.
वो ऐसा लग रहा था जैसे तेरे नाम में सलमान भाई का था.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
it got
very clearly. Yes.
Yeah, वो बार्बर बेचारा हमारा confuse हो गया था.
Barber is too much. Nai, he was a Nai.
Yeah.
I'll pick.
Yeah.
What is Rukhsar's pet name for Aisha? मुझे अभी भी नहीं पता why it's this, but
हाँ, even I don't know.
आपने मुझे एक कहानी तो बताई थी एक बार. Now you're saying you don't know. You made up something, ना?
Which कहानी?
कि Scooby Doo से ऐसे करके.
That is true.
That's really, ma?
Yeah.
That was made up.
Yeah. I really don't know. बच्चों के नाम यार रख देते हैं वो भी पप्पू चुन्नू मुन्नू ऐसे.
One and the same only.
Yeah.
Doobs, Dooba.
हाँ. It has a lot of versions.
Yeah.
Doobish. Whenever I'm scared of you, I call Aisha. When I'm not, I call.
Please, you're not scared of me.
You judge the people I speak on the phone.
Oh yeah, that I do.
Not judge a Abla Nari.
Abla Nari. I don't judge Abla Nari. I judge the
Abla guys. Is there a thing called Abla guys? Describe Rukhsar in 1 emoji.
अब draw करनी है emoji.
कोशिश.
I don't know if I can draw it. I'll just write.
I'll just draw it. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
How?
Our bad drawing is also same. That's crazy.
It's so good.
Good job.
Good job, Aishu. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, so my first question for you is, what is love according to you? अब diplomatic answer मत देना, ये बहुत ही diplomatic इंसान है. I would like to clarify that. So genuinely tell me, what is love according to you?
For me, love is मतलब how much understanding, सब्र और एक दूसरे का केयर करना. एक्चुअली ये बेसिक चीज़ें हैं बट इट इज़ लव. और romance, listening to the same songs.
Basically,
Yeah.
you're a romantic person. That's what I
I
know.
am.
आपको अच्छा लगता है कि वो छोटी-छोटी चीजें कोई आपके लिए कर रहा है.
नहीं, अगर वो बड़ी-बड़ी रिंग्स भी देगा तो मुझे प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी.
You say it, but जिससे आप प्यार करती हैं, then you're like, नहीं,
Yeah.
तुम खर्चा मत करो. You should save. You would always look out for that person.
So what is love according to you?
I think love, according to me, is when you're with someone and you're not walking on eggshells. Like, you're just very carefree and happy. मतलब कोई हर time happy तो नहीं होता. मतलब I think then you're crazy if you're just happy all the time for no reason. अगर मैंने ऐसा किया तो उसको ऐसा लगेगा, या मैंने वैसा किया तो उसको अरे फिर मैं ये नहीं करूँ. No, it has to be a very, I mean, of course you look out for the person you're with, but it has to be a very I don't know, like happy, safe space.
It actually boils down to understanding.
वही सेम चीज कि अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि अगर मुझे मेरे लिए कोई छोटी सी चीज कैन बी अ वेरी बिग डील, यू नो, एंड सामने वाला पर्सन थिंक्स अरे ये इसके लिए तो व्हाई यू आर सो वरीड, और यू नो व्हाई दैट पर्सन.
और वो भी समझना कि इससे अगर ये गलती हुई है या तो ये क्यों हुई है.
करेक्ट. व्हाट्स अ डील ब्रेकर फॉर यू इन अ रिलेशनशिप?
Lie.
Is it?
Yeah. Like if somebody goes and cheats, and if that person can have the guts to come and tell me कि अच्छा ऐसा हो गया है, I know that I'll create a scene, I'll shout, I'll cry, वो सब होगा, but फिर वो 2, 3, 4 दिन में, 5 दिन में, हफ्ता भर में वो ठीक हो जाएगा. But if the guy has not told me, and कहीं ना कहीं से पता तो चल जाता है. It's a universal fact which every man should know.
Really, all should know कि पता चल जाता है
कहीं ना कहीं से. तो उसके बाद जो होती है condition, that is really bad.
Witnessed that. So, but when it happened to me, I just felt like, हाँ, मतलब fair, okay. Obviously, it felt really bad, but I don't know. Now I know my biggest fear in love is that I'll get cheated on. Like that is obviously.
Really?
Yeah.
What scares you most about love?
So honestly, because I have seen you get so dependent on the person you're with, like your husband or whatever. Husband.
हाँ.
तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि I don't want to be that dependent on my partner, which is actually just a thing in my head. क्योंकि obviously
emotionally you're talking
emotionally obviously आप अपने partner पे depend हो गए, and I'm also very dependent, but because I've seen you get affected and how fights affect you, and you know if he does something wrong, like how badly, like it sort of breaks you, you know, that's so I'm very conscious कि I don't want to be dependent, and you know I don't want to feel hurt like that. So I try to distribute it amongst my friends and you and my partner कि चलो like, but it doesn't work. Like obviously, like if you're with somebody, you're like fully dependent on them emotionally.
Are you?
I don't know. I try to hold back. I don't think.
But why do you try to hold back with?
Because I don't. Okay, if he does something or if he's not around anymore, like I should not. That shouldn't be my whole लाइफ का वो कि अब वो नहीं रहा या वो नहीं है या उसने ऐसा कर दिया तो अब मेरी जिंदगी मतलब बस कुछ और है ही नहीं मेरी जिंदगी में.
But Aisha, that's how
universe
works.
I know, but वो थोड़ा सा like last generation की चीज है. Like I obviously don't. Of course, like I do love him a lot and like he means everything to me. But if he's not around, like my life is not going to come to a standstill.
Yeah, like what happened
to you, yeah, how you are. I think and वहीं से I've learned कि ठीक है, मतलब इंसान ही है by the end of the day. So what scares you most about love?
Yeah, it's a very difficult question. And actually, I have this habit of pushing everything under the carpet. अभी तो मैं फिर भी बहुत better हो गई हूँ. Like when I left my, God, I'm going to say my first husband, but such is life. Aisha's father. When I left him, I was like very young, and Aisha was like 1.5, 2 years old. I went back to my parents' place, and तो वहाँ पर जाके फिर वो सवाल आते थे, दिमाग में भी आता था, what is going to happen? so I used to just literally put those thoughts in a room and I used to think कि इसमें मैंने ताला लगा दिया है. I used to do that. So the uncertainty of love, I think, scares me a lot.
I think you've done that with a lot of things in life.
Yeah.
Did you see नाना नानी की relationship या कोई और relationship what taught you that okay this is what love is, you know, कि ये होता है शादी में या प्यार में या
Nothing. क्योंकि उस जमाने में तो थोड़ी ना PDA तो होता ही नहीं था.
you got your first understanding of love by watching movies, I think.
I think first understanding of love would be Mills and Boon.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because I found 2 books in my father's library, पापा की जो library थी. तो when I started reading, I used to read Sidney Sheldon and ऐसी वाली. So basically मुझे sex की information पहले मिल गई थी, romance की बाद में मिली. तो yeah. So and I used to get very very scandalized और तो मैं वो pages हटा भी देती थी because sometimes I used to get very confused. So I वो के लड़की ऊपर कुछ साफ कर रही है और फिर उसका पैर फिसल जाता है, नीचे लड़का उसको गोदी में ले लेता है, तो that was like
Romance.
हाँ,
yeah.
that was romance.
Sweet. When you got your divorce, did that
Which one?
change? When you got divorced
Yeah.
with Aisha's father, did that change the way you looked at relationships?
No,
You were so young.
I was very young.
But फिर भी थोड़ा सा ऐसा था आपको कि
नहीं, सिर्फ इतना था कि because we were staying in a small town, so people used to talk, and that used to affect me a lot.
really it used to affect you?
Oh, it used to affect me a lot कि अरे इतनी छोटी उम्र में इसकी तलाक हो गई है, एक बच्ची है, क्या होगा? Why don't you guys get her married? And at that time I found my freedom because I used to go
yeah,
with my
how come?
brothers and do मतलब लोगों के घरों के हम लोग बल्ब तोड़ रहे हैं and doing all that stuff and nobody would tell me कि अरे वहाँ क्यों जा रही हो because now I'm mother of a child.
Yeah, how come like you or Nana Nani didn't ask you to get married after
कभी नहीं. I started my work. I started my like
boutique and all of that?
everything. Okay, Aisha, you were 2 when your dad and I got divorced, and you were 10 when Farooq and I started to build a new relationship. How did you feel then as a kid in this unconventional setup? Did having a family like ours make you feel isolated amongst your friends?
No, not at all. I think जब जो मेरी मेमोरी है बचपन की वो नाना नानी के साथ ही है. So I never really knew what मतलब डैडी का anything कि he like you will miss it or feel bad जब कुछ मेमोरी होती है. तो I had no memory, so it was like हाँ ठीक है मतलब I must have a father, but कुछ ऐसा था नहीं. And whenever I asked नानी anything, she would always be very nice about it and say कि हाँ वो यहाँ है वो वहाँ है. So I think as a kid I never questioned only.
But when you met Farooq for the first time and when you realized कि अच्छा ये मेरे father की जगह और father figure हो, so you didn't feel bad or
I don't think I was that dramatic in my head. मतलब और
and you were
सारी
young also. You were
I was
very
young. I remember जब I think मैं I had a very bad habit. मैं आपके messages पढ़ती थी. I think that's how I had found out that you and Farooq had started dating, and I remember asking you.
Do you still read my messages?
No.
Thank you.
वैसे मुझे पता चला था कि you and Farooq are dating. तो I remember asking you, and I used to feel very jealous. कि why is he with you all the time? Yeah, why is he sitting next to you? Or why is he holding your hand and all? But it definitely never made me feel isolated. And I think I have to give it to you because you also never made it.
I think we got lucky then.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think, and I think I was a non-confrontational kid also. So I never asked. So
Yeah.
I think उस चीज़ को बड़ा बनाया ही नहीं था तो वो कोई चीज़ बड़ी बनी नहीं. I was just very happy with my freedom कि हाँ नाना नानी के साथ चिल कर रही हूँ, नानी से लड़ाई कर सकते हैं, मम्मी से में भी लड़ाई नहीं कर सकते.
But I felt guilty leaving you. But then I used to give myself the
दिलासा खुद को,
not dilasa ke if I won't earn then what will happen?
But that's true. If you
Yeah.
didn't earn, then what would happen?
Yeah.
Maybe when I was in the boarding school, तब मुझे आई रिमेंबर एक बार आपकी बर्थडे थी एंड यू वर शूटिंग एंड आई केप्ट कॉलिंग यू एंड आई फेल्ट सो सैड कि यू नो यू आर नॉट आंसरिंग माई कॉल्स. फिर मैं आई टोल्ड माई सेल्फ ओनली दैट व्हाई एम आई बीइंग सो ड्रामेटिक यू नो. तो आई नेवर गॉट इनटू दैट. I feel like we're building a new bond now because this is the first time it's just you and me.
Yeah. Okay. This I really want to ask. Do you think my experiences in relationships have influenced your perspective on relationships? Is companionship more difficult for you?
I think in the past 1-2 years, something has shifted. Now I'm very not guarded also, but with my boyfriend, like I'm not fully emotionally giving into it because I feel like agar nahi hua to I don't want to, you know, go through the pain like how you went through it when you went through the stuff you went through. So I think हाँ वो तो है. पहले I used to be more excited about getting married. Now I'm okay. Now I'm like ठीक है होगी नहीं होगी. But it's not that intense. I know. Okay, it's just like passing and it's fine. I'm not saying कि ये भरोसा ही नहीं है whatever, but I do. I'm a little wary कि अच्छा अगर कुछ हुआ my life shouldn't end with this, you know, like there is more to life than this. There were a few things that came up during your whole situation which do play in my head a lot and it's made me extra cautious, I think. With my partner कि कभी मैं कुछ करती हूँ तो मुझे लगता है अरे इसको ये नहीं लगे कि ये इस वजह से है या you know is it the same thing that I feel like I don't want to repeat the same thing or you know in my relationship.
So, but you have problem in the men I choose or men I am choose. Okay, I know that. But if that person is giving me happiness,
hence I don't say anything. The thing is like I can see where it's going, like what is going to be, and I would love to be proven wrong कि नहीं ऐसे नहीं होगा and then you know it eventually actually becomes something good. I mean, to be very honest, even with like your past relationship, like my whole thing was that only that okay, like he's great with you. Then it didn't matter how he's with me or like other things that came with it. I was fine. Matlab, it was never like I had a phenomenal relationship. I mean, I didn't have a bad relationship also, but it was not for me. I always thought, okay, you know, he loves you, he takes care of you, you're very happy, and that's great. I just feel like you have the knack of picking like very random people.
Yeah, I don't have a type.
Really, you should. Looking at your past choices, you really should. Because I genuinely, and I think I've told you this also, but मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि you don't value yourself enough. When you're with somebody and आप जो मुझे कहती रहती हैं कि मैं पूरा time I spend time with my boyfriend and you know I give into. Oh please, that I go out of my way. I've learned that from you. Like when you're with someone. Yeah. You're like you give in to them and their life and ma and behen and friends and everybody are bilkul.
Please stop it here.
I do the same thing, so that's what I've learned from you. So I am saying is that you are a catch and you don't value yourself enough. That's why you always pick the worst people. You feel like okay, this is what I deserve maybe.
Actually, the fact is that I don't understand relationships. That's why I don't know कि यहाँ इतना देना है, यहाँ इतना कम करना है, इसको इतना प्यार करना है, इसके लिए इतनी सेवा करनी है, इसको इतना मतलब support करना है. I don't know the politics of it or the boundaries of it. तो वही boundaries हाँ कि मतलब
I think maybe because you don't put yourself first, like whenever you're with someone like with your husband and all, you will put them above you. It really scares me because the happier you get, I know the crash is gonna be like lower. So I feel like you're my 16-year-old daughter. Like I remember I was ranting one day to my friends and I was like, why she does this? She has friends, just a nice house, we just went on a holiday, everything was great. तो CC started laughing. He's saying you're talking like a parent. के सब कुछ तो है. So that's what I realized. Like I feel more of a parent now, which I don't want to feel.
Yeah, but yeah, now I'm. What makes you feel responsible for me as a daughter, and why do you feel that way? And actually, how can I help balance that?
You can help by not eating chocolates in the night and not drinking all the Coke, Thumbs Up, Pepsi in the house.
This was not a trick question.
Genuinely. Like I really feel like
My
you
health.
have to take care of your health because I've realized I can't. Like I'm already like I feel like I'm at that stage where I have to figure my life in a way because I feel like I'm also growing older and I need to. So I feel like I can't focus on this aspect. I mean, I have to, of course, at some point. But right now, I feel like you're young and you should do it.
Pretty.
That would be like a big, big favor to me. So, what is the hardest decision? What is the hardest decision you've had to make? You made for us as a family.
As family means we
You and me. As a
ये तो
family.
family है. Hardest decision
That you made for both of us. I think the fact that
when I took you from your father's house and I ran, and I actually ran.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that was the hardest decision because there was other person also involved. I wanted to, but I decided that I'll take you, and before running away from that house, I was thinking about how will we survive and how will she'll be going to school, Rampur ka mahal, us time ka kya hoga. I thought about it a lot, but there was a time when I just made a decision that no, I have to go. I think my father was the one who said, जब मैंने कहा कि ऐसा हो रहा है यहाँ पर इतना हो रहा है, and what should I do? So I told it to my grandmother, दादी. उन्होंने पापा से कहा होगा तो पापा ने कहा कि वापस आ जाओ.
oh, Nana said that.
Yeah, that's a very big thing because
At that time, yeah.
At that time and in that city. So yeah.
Good job.
Good job, yeah.
And it turned out so well. And to think you're that same person who made this decision at such a young age.
Yeah. I was how old? 19? 19?
That's young.
That's very young.
That's very young. Good job, ma. Really. I don't know how you did it.
आयशा अगर मैं नहीं लेके जाती आपको वहाँ से ना, either I would have. So yeah. Cheers, father.
You loved him. You also
Yeah, I loved him.
Yeah.
So I was always scared of my father. Very, very scared of him. And he was like 6'2". And not taking away anything from him or not saying anything bad about my parents, I was very, very scared of him. There were many things which I would not want to say. Things changed when I was younger and my father was young. I would listen to everything and I would do everything and I was so scared. And when he was like 65, 68 or 70, I used to look at him and he used to tell me to come and sit with me because he must be needing that emotional support. But I couldn't do it because we didn't share that rapport at all. I don't think I must have said I love you to my father, mother. मतलब not I love you, but ये भी कि मतलब गले मिलना या I didn't. Even with my grandmother, I never did, who I was so close to. And now I feel that life should have given me at least, because you miss your people.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know it's maybe in life I didn't get the chance to sit back and think about my life. Or maybe I didn't want to. Like वो दरवाजे में सब रख के, and I have actually put a lock on.
That's why I keep spilling, na?
Yeah,
Like if you don't.
that's what sometimes, and I think that's the reason why I get into a relationship, because something from my childhood or from my parents, from Papa, or from something that person brings back to me, but in a happier zone. So, yes, so I think that is the reason. Like, if I talk to somebody about record players or Noor Jahan ke ghazle or books or James Hadley Chase or Sidney Sheldon or chess or badminton, it will remind me of Papa. And it's not that I used to worship Papa, but it's just that it reminds me and it wants me.
That's a
and
good
those
time
were,
for you, yeah.
Those
That's
were
what I was supposed to say,
those were beautiful times, and there was yeah. So I think that answers a lot of questions. तो एक शेर है कि गुजरे हुए ज़माने का तस्करा ही क्या. Of course, everybody knows that गुजरे हुए ज़माने का तस्करा कहते हैं डिस्कशन. गुजरे हुए ज़माने का तस्करा ही क्या, अच्छा गुजर गया, बहुत अच्छा गुजर गया. Papa used to say this.
You know, I saw this reel Instagram pe, which I spend very little time on. But it's so, I don't know how true it is, but I think it's very true कि even your जो trauma होता है, that's passed on to your, it's in genes.
Yeah.
तो I really, पहले तो मुझे लगता था I'm very different from you, और you know कि ठीक है, मतलब we look similar or whatever, but जैसे जैसे I'm growing up also मुझे realize हो रहा है कि बहुत similar हमारे triggers हैं, बहुत similar.
Oh yeah, triggers, yeah.
They're very similar, I feel.
And that's the reason why depression and anxiety and everything is passed upon you. You know, if I can speak about it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it runs in our family, you know that. और ऐसा नहीं है कि वो पापा की मतलब दादी की साइड से ही है, वो नानी की साइड से भी था, तो
Yeah, it's like
ये प्रॉब्लम है मेरे साथ. एंड आई नो दैट यू नो maybe I'll have to live my entire life with that and I don't have any problem. लोग कहते हैं कि अरे इतनी दवाइयाँ ले रही हैं आप, इतनी दवाइयाँ ले रही हैं. It doesn't matter as long as I'm
actually
happy.
you are very pro medication, na? And
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
am.
grateful कि I have learned that from you. कि you know it is not a bad thing to take
So
medication.
take a medication.
But I'm actually really grateful कि anxiety and depression hasn't been a taboo in this household at least.
See, yesterday Nilima actually asked me. Nilima is a friend of mine. She stays in Lucknow. So we were talking about different stuff. कि ये हुआ था, आपका ये हुआ था, ये सब हुआ था. And she asked me about that self-harming thing also. So I said कि यार वो that's another part of discussion. तो वो सब जो चीज़ हुई है, hospitals, doctors, everybody not getting this, not getting that and the other. So नीलिमा asked me कि आपको क्या लगता है कि आयशा के ऊपर उस चीज़ का बहुत गहरा असर नहीं हुआ होगा?
No, of course, that's been yeah, obviously it was not nice. And yeah, it was, I don't think it was fair also on me, which
Yeah.
I felt like you were very selfish.
Yeah, I know
Yeah, I think that was not nice. And it actually, like, I was scared. I know that whatever you did was for whatever reasons and all, but it did put that fear in my head. Abhi bhi, matlab, if you don't answer your phone for a long time, I feel like shit, did something bad happen or
Yeah,
what?
you took me to London for 25 days just to roam on Oxford Street because you were scared कि हमारे पीछे ये क्या कर लेंगे.
That's also, yeah, could, I don't know.
I know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, like for the longest time, like when I used to come home, when we moved to this house, like there was this one time and it was I saw the chair. It was kept in the balcony, and I don't know. It did. I thought something happened. Maybe like I don't know. Like I started thinking the worst when it came to you. अगर आप phone नहीं उठाएंगी तो I would think, what if she's done something to her? What if something has happened? So that, but then more slowly it went away, that fear, like.
But now you are not scared that you know that I'm not going to do anything.
I mean, my thing is that you get so emotionally attached to people, ना, तो मुझे लगता है कि what if you get carried away, you get so hurt and you get so emotional. I don't know. और मैंने आपको देखा है ना, throughout your life, actually it comes from there. You were constant. I don't remember a single event. ईद हो गई, आपकी बर्थडे, मेरी बर्थडे, जब भी हम साथ में होते थे, बाहर जाते थे, there would always be a call that would come कि either your siblings have done something, और नाना नानी को कुछ हो गया, या किसी की तबीयत खराब हो गई, या something has happened. So that is such a big fear in my head कि और लोग, I always saw you worried and taking care of them, always saw you worried and taking care of them. So I don't want that to be my life. And that does not mean I don't love you. I of course love you a lot, but I'm just fed up of other people dictating our happiness.
Whatever I did was because of that. So I know that I'm not. Maybe it was
And that
love.
also you did for attention. Like you didn't do it because you wanted to harm yourself.
Yeah.
You did it out of that. So that's actually scarier.
Yeah.
For his anyway.
Yeah, so it affected me a lot.
Of course, and it's affected me also. It's affected him. I'm sure it's affected the people around him. It'll affect everybody. But ठीक है, थोड़ा time लगेगा. But you will find someone good.
No, it is actually parents' responsibility to be healthy जहाँ तक जब तक रह सकते हैं. अगर कुछ भी वो तो कोई उसको control नहीं कर सकता. But yeah, but I cross my and.
Heart. You know what I'm manifesting for you? Someone really, really nice. I promise you, Ma, you will find someone who will make you feel things that you've never felt before, and you'll be like, कि इतने time के बाद ऐसा हो रहा है. And I thought that was love. Not taking away anything from your past relationship. I'm just saying that the kind of love that will make you glow from inside, that will make you so happy. And that will happen, and then you will think कि मेरी बेटी ने मुझसे कहा था, she's so wise. But it'll happen. And
I don't think so, but yeah, let's.
Okay. I'm glad that we're recording this because this is going to be on record, and I will play this again.
Yeah.
Who do you think, or what are the qualities that should be there in an ideal partner? Like for me.
See, like practical. Being very practical, एक एज होती है तब तक आपको नहीं पता चलता है, but he should be rich.
What is rich?
I don't know. Rich means that you should not get up one day in the morning and think कि अरे इतना bill है या इतना.
But that much I can manage.
So I want that secure, because I never had that security. So I want that. And I want somebody who's उसके लिए मैं थोड़ा पैसों में भी compromise कर लूँ. But he should be a nice human being. Not only to you, not for everybody.
I've bagged a nice human being.
I don't know what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying. He should be a nice, and he should not have anger issues.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, that's one thing that I can't, I think it really brings out a lot of past trauma, like anger
मतलब सबको
issues.
गुस्सा सबको आता है, आप कोई भी गुस्सा करता है, but कभी-कभी हमारे पार्टनर को या जब हम लोग गुस्सा करते हैं तो हम भूल जाते हैं कि what must be triggering in him or what is happening.
But this is literally what I said in the beginning of the episode, कि you should not be walking on eggshells around your partner, and I think that comes from this also.
Yeah. As a mother, I want to know two things from you. According to you, what is one thing I have done well, and what is one thing I have failed at when it comes to parenting you?
I think you've raised me very well. I'm giving myself a compliment, but very honestly, like I've seen people around me, and I really feel the support, the security, the love that you gave me growing up. Even though we weren't like living together,
Yeah.
I think you've done a phenomenal job at that. Really. And what have you failed at as in parenting?
Bringing in a good father.
I never felt the need of that. I was so happy only there was one parent to deal with.
What I feel is, maybe you must not be feeling it, that I have given, I think, tad more time to my relationships.
I used to feel that. I did at a certain point. I felt like you used to give more attention to the person you were with at that time than me. But that also gave me the freedom to be myself. क्या हुआ कि I was fully independent and free to do what I wanted to do, be who I wanted to be. मतलब there was no pressure. कि अगर maybe if you were full time putting that pressure on me and giving me that attention, तो I would have कि ना मम्मी के लिए ये करना है या मम्मी चाहती है मैं ये करूँ. So I think that also, because you were focused somewhere else, I mean it could have gone either way, but it didn't. So I'm happy.
Maybe I have not taken a lot of things very seriously in life, and I have taken like random things very seriously in life.
And I think at some point, this is my understanding, and I'm sure like a lot of kids have had very tough childhood and may have had very abusive surroundings or whatever, but I think after a certain point, you have to let go of it.
Oh, that should happen with all the relationships.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
You should just,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah. One thing I learned today from you. Yeah.
We all love it when there's someone who just totally gets us. The one who knows the words you don't say. The one who's always just a message away, your cheerleader, your safe space. That's your V. And today we've got that someone special here with us. So I think we're gonna get a call.
Hi Aisha, hi Auntie, surprise. Hope you're having a great time at the show. I have a question for both of y'all. I hope they're not heavy. I hope I don't get killed when I meet you next time. I'll start with Aisha. Okay, as someone who's been in a long-term relationship myself, I know, that loneliness can creep in even when you're in a relationship or with people you care about. So can you share a time in your life when you felt lonely in a relationship and how you communicated or dealt with that feeling?
You've said, I hope they're not heavy, but they are pretty heavy, my friend. So I'm definitely very scared of being lonely. I think that is one of my biggest fears. And hence I'm constantly around people. I think you've also noticed it. Like I'm either with my friends or like my partner at all times. I don't think I've dealt with it. I don't think I'm going to be able to deal with it anytime soon. I know people say that you should be able to spend time with yourself. मुझसे तो नहीं होता. I think I get super sad. कुछ बुरा हो भी नहीं रहा होता तो मैं तो ऐसे sad चीजें imagine कर लेती हूँ. Hence my friends are very, very important for me. मतलब if I'm going through something, everyone has to hear about it. Then they tell me what their understanding of it is. And I mean, obviously you've always been there listening to some of my venting and sadness and crying. But there's Rohit, Rohan, Cece, Disha, the whole group basically. Yashaswini, obviously, I'm sorry. Don't tell her I took her name last. But everyone's just always been there. I mean, yeah, and I'm so grateful. I mean, I've never had to go through anything alone ever.
And for Auntie, she's going to kill me for saying that. You know, there's often societal expectations for mothers to always be the emotional anchor for their children. But at times it can be lonely, standing at that pedestal all by yourself. So, how do you balance your own emotional needs and are always there for Aisha?
मैं उस आंटी के सदमे से उभरती उससे पहले उसने इतना भारी क्वेश्चन पूछा है. So I just want to say that I never felt the need to like bifurcate two things. I always thought कि भाई Aisha is a part of me. For a mother, I think it happens when you become a parent. So I never felt कि ये कुछ एक अलग काम है और मेरी पर्सनल लाइफ इफेक्ट हो रही है इससे. So no, I didn't actually feel.
So you're a bad question. You're a wrong question.
आयुष बहुत मुश्किल सवाल पूछ लिए तुमने हमसे.
How did you guys feel after this conversation?
I'm still thinking, why did I cry?
Yeah. This is the, I think, longest we've sat next to each
Yeah.
other without our phones.
Yeah.
And actually spoken to each other. I don't remember last when we.
No, we do sit with each other, but then हम लोग सवाल वो वाले पूछते हैं कि ऑल्टर वाले मास्टर जी ने 2 इंच कम करना था 3 कर दिया ऐसा.
That's true, yeah.
Those kind of questions. We don't actually. And I feel that it should happen.
Yeah, make it happen.
Maybe not now, once in a year, but I feel that it's you and me forever.
Yeah.
What is one thing that you have not said to each other and would like to say today?
I think we should start being upset with each other and
नहीं,
start
बिल्कुल
saying
नहीं.
it.
छी.
No, I feel
ऐसी
like
बातें
we
नहीं
should start
करते.
saying it.
नहीं,
I
नहीं.
think हम बहुत under the carpet चीजें करते हैं.
नहीं वो हाँ है. मैं तो बहुत करती हूँ.
बहुत ही ज़्यादा. So I feel like, मतलब if
Yeah.
I'm getting upset about something and she will just walk out. So I never get a
Yeah.
chance to say it. So yeah, I feel like you should talk to me about things more often instead of getting up and walking away.
And you should then shut your mouth and listen to your mother.
I am listening to you only.
See?
You don't
Yes,
listen to me.
listening maybe she's saying.
Could we have a hug?
Oh,
Um,
I don't love hugging, but I will. So if you liked this episode, please share it with your friends, family, parents, kids, sister, brother, whoever you want to share it with. But just share it.
क्योंकि बात करने से ही बात बनेगी.
My friends are very, very important for me. Matlab, if I'm going through something, everyone has to hear about it. Then they tell me what their understanding of it is. And I mean, obviously, you've always been there, listening to some of my venting and sadness and crying. But there's Rohit, Rohan, Cece, Disha, the whole group basically. Yashaswini, obviously, I'm sorry. Don't tell her I took her name last. But everyone's just always been there.